Hello everybody, I'm the tough artist for this year. My name is Asia Ward and I'd like to tell you about my work. As a kid, I had this fascination with My Little Ponies, and I love this idea of, because they have four legs, not two like humans, this idea of them wandering around in their little world in like human situations. So I liked building these specialized environments for these My Little Ponies. So that was like my first start into building things, and then thinking kind of abstractly about creatures and their relationship to humans, human environments. But I grew up in the middle of nowhere in Illinois, so I had a lot of free time to explore, and I would do these really informal scientific experiments, as well as like drawings and kind of like, making catalogs of the things that I found. The isolation and the rural setting kind of forced my brain to be resourceful on just like using natural materials to build the things I wanted, and also made me really focus about my environment and how to make that interesting to me or playful to me. So the last project I did used this same material that I'll be using in this project at the Children's Museum of Pittsburgh. It uses this thermal plastic. It's like the same plastic they use in water bottles. It's like super safe. And I made these time capsules in the shape of water bears or tardigrades, and visitors could write based on a prompt about their hopes and fears for the future of life on Earth. And so that was a really amazing, it was an installation that was just really successful, and that the visitors responded to it and really put their all in the answers. So making my first weird creature animal was like a very big, it was just so exciting for some reason. It really just like sparked, like I just all of a sudden had like sketchbooks full of drawings of crazy animals, thinking about their environments and their interactions. And then I started thinking about mechanics, like how do I make these things, because they're alive to me when I'm thinking about them and making them, but how do I have them like interact with the audience, the visitors? And so I started thinking about like mechanical stuff. So like here's like a little automata for the sea monkey that I want to make. So just thinking about like how gears work and how to make this like powered electrically. How do I like make something move but it doesn't look like a robot? Like how does it feel like it has a spirit that's live without, letting people know that it's like robotic, electronic, magic. How do I make it seem like magic? So the materials are a big part of my work. So thinking about like when I was making these animal sculptures, like what is going to be the surface of them. And so I liked to use used or worn out materials, things that I could reclaim or recover and give them like a new life. But also those used things had like a spirit to them in itself. So that was really nice to add into it. And then with these plastic sculptures, it's thinking about that baggage that plastic has, and its strange agency it has in the past, present, and future. So thinking about how that in essence has its own strange spirit, and how do I think about that in a positive way and somehow embody that in my sculpture too.